Warning: this article contains spoilers from the Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo manga. The short sequel series of Jujutsu Kaisen only released a month ago, and the latest chapter stuns fans with a shocking truth about one of the main characters. Written by the original series creator Gege Akutami and illustrated by Yuji Iwasaki, the story is set in the year 2086, following the grandchildren of Yuta Okkotsu and Maki Zenin, who encounter Maru, short for Marulu Val Vol Yelvori, a Simurian working incognito with the sorcerers. It's been 68 years since the Culling Game, and no such major incidents occurred during all these decades until 50,000 Simurians, an alien race with the same powers as Jujutsu sorcerers, came to Earth as refugees. The sorcerers are desperately trying to find a way to stop a war from happening. Yuka and Suguri continue to work together with Maru as they encounter curse users who still thrive in this era. While the threats of Ryomensukuna and Genjaku are gone from the world, the brutal cycle of curses continues to this day, and there are always those who want to use their powers to unleash chaos. As the story continues in the sequel, we learn about the tragic fate that awaits Yuka Okkotsu. Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo reveals Yuka's illness and teases a tragic ending. On his official X handle, Iwasaki even shared a gorgeous artwork of Yuka as she is crossing the river, which may hint at her passing into the afterlife. In the latest chapter, while Maru is in a comatose state, Cross impersonates him, believing he can fool the siblings. They initially play along, but Yuka eventually decides to be honest with him, while also guessing that Suguri may have caught on as well. Cross doesn't hide the fact that he hates humans because of what they did to the Simurians, although he didn't go into the details of the past war. The next day, Yuka asks Cross to join her during her doctor's appointment, leaving the Simurian confused since he couldn't understand the nature of her illness. She reveals that she has a malignant tumor in her brain and only has 6 months to live. In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, the reverse curse technique is the only healing ability known to those who possess cursed energy. However, RCT is only able to heal injuries and even regenerate someone's limbs, but healing fatal illnesses like tumors or cancer is beyond the realm of a curse technique. She wanted Cross to understand that while her fate isn't in her hands, he can change his future without stealing from others, like how things were stolen from him. Although he appears to be stubborn in his ways, thanks to Yuka, his heart is beginning to waver. Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo may have foreshadowed Yuka's death already. Although Chapter 7 is a direct indication of the tragic fate that awaits Yuka, the series has dropped several hints even before this. The first chapter may be a foreshadowing when Maki said that Suguri resembled her and that he will gain more power when he loses something precious to him. Just like Maki, who unlocked her true potential after her sister Mai's death, Suguri may lose his sister and unleash the power buried within him. Suguri also has a heavenly restricted body like Maki, but unlike her, he has a small amount of curse energy, which he uses for techniques such as simple domain. On the other hand, Maki couldn't even see curses before awakening her true powers. Both grandmother and grandson share a lot of the same qualities, and now it appears that they share the same brutal fate of losing someone important to them. However, it doesn't seem like Suguri knows about his sister's illness, and Yuka doesn't want people to know since he doesn't want anyone's pity. Suguri is still holding on to the ring that their grandfather, Yuta, gave her to. He wants to become stronger someday and return it to her when he can prove to everyone that he doesn't need a ring to protect him. However, he doesn't know that time is the one thing he doesn't have. Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo was released as a short series, which is expected to run for 6 months, about the same time as Yuka has to live. Although this doesn't mean that Yuka's death is set in stone, it will take a miracle for her to survive since the series hasn't introduced any ability that can save her life.